sewing is a spiritual experience. The repetitive actions that we do in sewing does get me into sort of like a meditative state. And so I think that has played out in my spirituality. Talking about sewing opens talking about faith for me, and especially the why I'm doing this, right? It's helping our neighbors, it's about being better neighbors. And I think, for me, neighbor is not just a location, it's a moral obligation to the people who need me. My name is Karie Charlton, and I lead the Pittsburgh chapter of Days for Girls. Days for Girls is an international organization that is improving the lives of vulnerable people by providing menstrual health, education, and entrepreneurship opportunities. The overall mission is to get menstrual health more accessible to women and girls all over the world, and we do that by providing kits that include menstrual products. They are sewn from 100% cotton fabrics and some waterproof material. It was something that the church wanted to start and was interested in, and I was the associate pastor. It was part of my job to lead the program. When I started at the church talking about it, I know that there were some people who were very uncomfortable. This is not something we should be talking about in public or in mixed company. Every time I talk about period stuff or I do the period sermon at a church, there's always someone that says, oh, this happened to me once and I couldn't go to school or I had to miss work. So yeah, period poverty I wasn't really aware of until Days for Girls, and I was talking about it and then people would tell me their stories. So period poverty is when someone doesn't have access to menstrual products, and that can be for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's because they don't have the funds to purchase them, and when you think about period poverty, it's sort of invisible. So anywhere that there is someone who is trying to make the decision between buying food for their family and buying pads, they're always going to pick food, right? I had someone email me during the pandemic that she was getting pads and tampons at school. Her school was providing it, which is great, but when school shuts down, her family couldn't afford it. I sent her a Days for Girls washable kit, and she sent me an email back that included a picture of the kit on her bedspread, and she said something like, I know you didn't know, but these are my favorite colors. And her kit matched her bedspread. So that was pretty incredible. The way that I make the components is based on my love for the person who will receive it. It's not about, I want you to put 4 stitches here. It's about, this quality control measure will make it better for the user, and that's the person we all love and care about. It's hard work, right? It's not easy to save the world.
We have pretty much everything to do today. All of the things we sew or have sewn.
It's the little miracles that are so often overlooked. So when you're in a room talking about periods, someone will say something that's really hard for them to, I don't want to give real specific examples, but I'm really struggling with my roommates, and this becomes a safe place to talk about that, because if I can talk about how heavy my menstrual flow was yesterday, then I can talk about anything in this room.
It's a liberal state, but other than New York City, it's
I thought we were going to make a big difference overseas, and what I found out was we were making a big difference here. I think that's the little miracles that float in that I don't think about all the time. I'm not doing this because I needed a craft project in my life, right? Certainly I could find other craft projects, but I see the social justice in this. I see the uplifting of the oppressed in this kind of work, the connecting with community and being a better neighbor to the people around me. And I think those are all pieces of my faith that I can see play out here.